Hello everybody, my name is Immortal Soup and welcome back to a brand new podcast. Yes, I know it's been a while and I said I was going to do like every couple of weekends to... Yes, I know, but we got delayed. I'm very sorry about that. But today we're going to be talking about upcoming games in 2019, and it's going to be real good. So, got Lightning Lord with me, and got a new person with me, but he's probably not going to be talking much. So yeah, we got some upcoming games. We got two each for now, and then we might talk about our feelings on each of them later. So yeah, it's gonna be good. Hopefully, I'm just gonna unmute them now.
And then Kane's got his two games. One's something, I forgot what it was, but it's about like twins and that. And then he's also got another game. Alright. I'm just waiting for him to unmute me.
Hi.
Hi.
I was here this entire time.
You unmuted me the entire time, weren't you?
No, I finished mine like maybe 30 seconds ago.
Oh, so you heard the entire thing. Okay. Alright, so, I'm here with Kane, and we've also got a guy eating pizza in the background, but you can't hear him because he's muted. Yeah, he's here.
There he is.
So, he'll be talking to us about his opinion on this. And, yeah, so we'll start off with a game called, Ancestors, The Humankind Odyssey, which is a game where you either play as a monkey, and you got to help your clan survive in your jungle. So you can either start off as an elder, which is like an old monkey, an adult, or a child. And what you got to do in this game is you got to help your clan thrive and explore new locations. And in this game there are threats, because you live in the African jungle 10 million years from now, or back then, and they like go around exploring and all that. But if you get separated from your clan as a child or an elder or something like that, or an adult, then you start facing your fears, which you get like really scared, and there'll be like monkey faces jumping at you, trying to scare you in this game when you're facing your fears. And also, if you explore new locations, that will also be happening. But after you explore quite a bit of that area, you'll claim it as your territory. And so so it's a third-person game, adventure, action game, where you basically help your clan thrive. And if you stay in a one spot, like the entire game, or for how long you can stay there, the resources will eventually run out, and you'll have to move. And when you're moving around, you'll also find your so-called lost clan members. So you can find them, and you can either help them, like they could be sick, they could need food or water. And if you help them with that, they're like, oh yeah, you're friendly, I'll come with you. And you just basically got to make your clan as big as you can. And, yeah. So, Kane, do you want to do your first game that you want to talk
I
about?
think we should talk about what yours is about, really. Like our feelings about each game that we're listing. So
I feel like it would be a pretty fun game. I'm not sure if it's multiplayer or solo, but I'm guessing it could be multiplayer, and you could like fight clans, but that would be really cool about it.
Since it is like a clan-based thing, I do think there would be like a multiplayer, like an online multiplayer type thing.
Function.
Like a PvP, or
even
like
if there was
PvE,
like a clan,
maybe,
like a clan faction war or something
PvCE,
that would go
whatever
on.
they call it. Like a PvE maybe.
PvE, yeah, PvE, PvP.
PvP. Almost like Conan, really, except you don't have to craft much.
The one game I didn't upload because I lost all the footage.
But yeah, I to be honest, I think it's gonna be a fairly good game, in my opinion.
I feel like it would be a good game if you could play
alright.
with your mates.
I mean, it sounds right. I mean, it does seem
Also,
like
the
if it's
graphics
not
are
gonna
like
be
really
multiplayer.
beautiful, and they've got like the good like green leaf textures, and the sunshine comes through the leaves when you're wandering around. And they've basically got all the functions. So there's like the weather, the daylight cycle, obviously, and all that. Yeah, and you can like, so you basically like if there's predators, you can either avoid them or fight them if your clan's big enough. And you basically got to fight to thrive in the ever-growing jungle.
So the game's called Ancestors, and it's all about monkeys and how we evolved, correct? Or you
Yeah.
just stay as a monkey?
So you start off as a monkey and then you start evolving, like you have a stick. Like if you're an elder, then you start making your things, and in one of the game footages you can also search this up. The monkey is holding a stick to help him walk, like a cane, and to also like attack and all that. And they eventually get like smarter and smarter until they've actually like created like working tools to help them survive. I'm not sure if they can like build homes in it, but that might be added later on. But just
Yeah,
from the
well,
alpha footage, it
if it's
seemed
gonna
pretty
be
good.
if it's gonna be something that you're describing like clan based and whatnot, you need some form of like shelter.
Shelter. Yeah.
But like
I think
I
there
don't know,
might be like caves that you could like liberate
monkeys
from the
never
bears or whatever.
monkeys didn't build houses. They just hid in trees
Yeah.
and whatnot. So
Yeah.
maybe like you build like tree houses even, like just move twigs and whatnot, and
Yeah.
like, snap off weak branches.
And the cool functions
like
in
a
it is
jungle
like
house,
you can literally climb up a tree. I mean, like yeah, this would be stupid, but the way the animations, like you can jump from tree to tree, and it is amazing. I'm pretty sure you can get up on top of the trees and like look out across the treetops. It's amazing. The graphics are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I suppose
Yeah.
so.
Would Julian like to say his opinion on it? No.
Yeah,
I think he's got a mouthful of pizza.
he's busy. He's a bit busy at the
Or
moment.
he's yeah. So do you want to go on with your game?
Yeah. So I've got here Wolfenstein Youngblood. It comes out in July 26, 2019. Supposedly, they're probably going to change it to a later date because I haven't heard anything about it. There's like nothing. There's nothing in EB Games or GameStop, depending on where you are. But the thing is, it adds co-op for the first time in any Wolfenstein. There's a co-op, so you can play solo or co-op.
Yeah. So there's
you got
these.
Badass weapons and takedowns. So like, and you assume the role as BJ Blazkowicz, like most of them, or like all of them, I guess. And like, if you're playing co-op, you can have his daughter by your side.
Yeah.
So you go on a rampage together with badass weapons and gadgets, and
They're super
it is
overpowered.
it's the most open-ended Wolfenstein to date. So basically,
If you want the dates, you can go research them. I know.
I just said the date.
Did you?
I had the date.
What
Yes,
was it?
July 26, 2019. I said supposedly it might be later.
Mine's in September, but so it's coming out in September. No, July 26 or 27 for PC, and then come out in December for Xbox and PS4.
Yeah, I've always liked the Wolfenstein games. Like, the last one I played was Wolfenstein 2. I played, it's weird how it went, because it went Wolfenstein, then Wolfenstein, there was something else after that one, and then there was Wolfenstein New Order, and then Wolfenstein, The New Blood, and that one involved zombies partway through the campaign.
Mm.
And then Wolfenstein 2 came out, and that was one I typically really enjoyed. I enjoyed all of them, but Wolfenstein 2 is probably my favorite one. The only downside to that one would be the where you have to find everything. Like, I found it really confusing on how to, like, get around. Yes, there was a map, but I ended up just circling around in places.
Hopefully this one will be very promising on where you got to go.
Yeah, well, the only problem was when you're at base, there's like you're on a ship and like just fucking corridors everywhere. I ended up circling the same place for a good 20 minutes trying to find out.
I never played the Wolfenstein franchise, but I saw the trailer for it and it looked actually pretty good. So in co-op, you take the role on either one of the twin sisters, and I think it's like 2-player co-op. Whereas if you're solo, then you play as the father.
Like BJ Blazkowicz. He started off really young, and then he got older and older and older, like usual. Like most sequels, like your characters get older and older and older. Unless the sequel goes back in time, but then it should be called a prequel.
A sequel in the past. The prequel.
Yeah, but usually if the sequel is set in the past, it should be called a prequel. Usually, but because it's prior to the game before that one.
Yeah, or the movie or franchise or whatever.
It's prior to the one before.
And in these games, it's literally like Just Cause 3, but you just go on a rampage killing every single thing in sight.
It's basically...
It's freaking amazing.
Like most of the other Wolfensteins, it's set in World War II, and the goal is to defeat Hitler's shit.
Nazis in Paris.
No, not in Paris, really. Just anywhere...
Yeah, it said it was in Paris.
Oh, did it? I didn't hear it.
Using creative combos and that.
Yes, yeah, so basically...
For example, in one of the kills, the character took out a gun and jabbed the guy in the gut and then hit him over the head with the back of it and, like, stomped on his back.
Hopefully this one will let you dual-wield weapons like the other two. Cause...
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Or no. The other three, there was 3 of them that did it. There was New Blood, The New Order, and Wolfenstein 2. They all let you dual wield assault rifles and pistols and whatnot. So that was pretty cool. Hopefully they'll do it again. I mean, I wasn't typically a fan of doing that, but hopefully they do it because I know a lot of people did like doing that. And it was something new. It was something new to the game, and it was really fun.
After the previous 3 games.
It was surprisingly very accurate as well when you dual wield. Surprisingly accurate. Considering you can't aim, it's still pretty good.
I feel like it would have like a really fun mechanic. Like I think it might be like a stress reliever where you can like explore and all that.
Hopefully you can lean again as well. And I think it's just a point-to-point type thing. It's not a full open world thing like the rest of them. The rest of them are open world. They're just like, oh, go to this location, go to this objective. But it's like, it's plenty of action in the one thing. Like you'd wipe out an area and then you move forward like just around the corner and there's more. Like there's never any combat.
Kind of like the Halos and Call of Duties and that.
You always run into enemies no matter where you are.
Yeah,
it's really fun. Unless you're at base.
Hopefully you know what? Talking about how it's like related to Halo, where you like move on through like the pathways and all that. Hopefully there might be like Easter eggs of some sort. Because Easter eggs in those types of games are really fun.
There was I think it was it was either New Order or New Blood. I think it was New Order though. I played that and I got into like a safe house area and then I found like a gadget or like a legendary thing. And it took me back to when Wolfenstein first came out. So I played I played the very first Wolfenstein game in the New Order, and it was so cool. It was like a 2D, 3D type thing. It was like a 2.3D. So basically, it was like a
3D curve thing in like a 2D.
So you played in first person, and like everything was 2D. But you played in first person. Everything around you was 2D, but it played as if you were like playing 3D. So it was weird, but And it was one of the first games to ever do that. It's the same with Doom. Like, Doom did the same thing. And it was really fun. It was really cool. Because I actually played Doom on my phone at one point. And it was really fun.
Well, you can play Doom on your phone, Jesus.
Yeah,
I didn't know about that.
It was really fun. And considering they're still popular today, and they came out like over 20 years ago now, considering they're still popular is actually really surprising.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Wolfenstein's always had a lot of collectibles and whatnot, so it was really fun. Hopefully they bring it back, because I really enjoyed looking around the map, trying to find.
Also, the fun thing about these types of games, like, and I'm going back to Ancestors again. Like, you know, it'd be really cool if you're like exploring caves and you saw your ancestors of the monkeys. Like, as you progress, you find like dead clan members that are bones, and you find like the skulls, and you get to keep it or something. And you like have like a bag where you can collect stuff, and that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And if someone died in the clan, then another member would alert you, and you would go over and like mourn the death of them, and then move on, or like at least bury them, like show respect to the dead ones.
So just to clarify, for those of you have missed the first bit of the stream, we are listing out 2 of the upcoming games that we both have selected, and we're going to be expressing our feelings about them and what we hope to come.
After the podcast, you can go back and watch the entire thing.
Or just
if you would like.
Or just what you've missed.
Yeah. So I've also got another game called Control, where you play as a not a psychopathic, like a girl that has telekinesis powers, like picking up objects and throwing them at people. Whereas you can do this with any objects, like even bullets and that. Like, you can harness the bullets and throw them back at them, like using the power of your brother or whatever it was. You can go watch it back in the video, in like the trailers and all that. And there was a YouTube channel that was talking about like how, like, what happens. And this is a third-person telekinesis action-adventure game as well. And you play along, like, I'm not sure the storyline, but I know that you have like double jump abilities, and you can fly around or hover around, and you can pick up objects and break through walls. Like, you can pick up an explosive barrel, for example, you know, the red gasoline ones, in case the non-gamers aren't familiar, and throw it at a door.
You don't
if
have
it's, like,
to be
shut,
a non-gamer to not know what a red barrel does.
I mean, some people won't. Some people might not know what it is if they play like Roblox for a living.
My baby won't know. Pretty sure my 9-year-old niece would know what that does.
I'm pretty sure every gamer knows what a red barrel does.
Every action gamer.
Yeah.
You don't even have to be a gamer to know what a red barrel does if you shoot it.
Yeah, in this game you've also got a crafting ability where you can craft different guns. Like, there's a wide barrel that's like a scatter shot that you can use, and you've also got, like, with the weapon, it has like a one-handed pistol type thing, or SMG or whatever, and it has like different modes, so you can do like fully automatic, semi-automatic, 3 bursts, one shot, and in this game you can like add parts to it to like make it different, and you can also run out of things to talk about. Again, it would also be really exciting to find out the Easter eggs in this game. And so in the game, again, you play as this girl. I haven't figured out the name of her yet, but you play as this girl that goes around fighting people, like in the previous game that we were talking about. It's a free roam world. It's we don't know if it's free roam world or a checkpoint to checkpoint world.
Point to
Like,
point.
but what we mean by checkpoint to checkpoint is meaning like
Start to
you
finish.
have one area, clear out all the enemies, and then move on. From the trailer, it looks like that. Like you clear out all the enemies and then move it along. And in this game, you fight like these monster sludge, Slenderman tentacle things. And there's also these
It didn't look
bosses in
white
these
enough
giant
and long enough
rooms.
for me. When I looked at it, they did not
As soon
look
as
like
you heard the
Slenderman.
tentacle arms, alien things, you're like, oh hell nah. Yeah, you move along from checkpoint to checkpoint, fighting these monsters. If you guys pay attention to the Marvel franchise, there's this guy called Carnage. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar. Are you familiar, Kane? Carnage?
A little bit.
So he's basically like Red Venom, but smaller and more, like, he has more agility and all that.
Nimble and stuff.
And they all have the spider symbol, obviously, but he has like these claws with like really long arms that can stretch like probably 500 meters. Like he could hit a car down the other side of a highway, basically.
Mm.
And that's what the monsters are like, but not be able to hit you 500 meters down the highway. Yeah, so I'm guessing this would be like really fun to have a melee feature to it as well as a gun feature. Like using your telekinesis is basically a gun power. You're throwing objects from the ground. I'm not sure how the targeting will work for the pieces that you pick up. I'm not sure if you can like pick pieces out of the ground and from the wall or something like that. And yeah, I'm not too sure about that, but I know for a certain that you pick up like these large objects that you can throw at the walls to break through them. And I feel like in this game, I'm not sure if it would be co-op, but it would be good if if it was like a separated puzzle game.
Like even
Like it kind of is a puzzle
it
game.
doesn't even have to be co-op. Like it can just be like split screen, like locally split screen it and like play with
Yeah,
your family
yeah, like
and
you,
friends and stuff.
like the
Without
brothers
playing
in
online.
one section trying to get to the sister, and the sisters in another section, and then they split up, like kind of like A Way Out. If you guys have ever played that game or heard about it, I know Jacksepticeye did a playthrough on it with Robin, which is his
God.
editor.
Oh god. It's just- no.
Top of the morning to you, ladies. I'm Jacksepticeye.
Copyright now. No.
Yeah. We haven't got
Alright,
that
so
features.
that was your last game, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
If you
It
guys,
would be cool
if
to
you
have
guys
a-
like
oh.
Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands, I'm guessing you'll love this game, and you won't be able to wait for this game to come out. If you can guess what it is,
Ghost Recon. Oh,
shut
I thought
up.
you were gonna like say.
I
It's
don't
another
care if
Ghost
you can't
Recon.
guess it or can guess it. I'm gonna say it anyway. It's Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Alright.
Oh yes. Sorry, I'm
After
really excited.
Wildlands, this sequel tends to fix all the issues that plagued the first game. Your role remains unchanged, being part of the Ghosts. Your task is to go face to face with enemies as smart and intelligent
Tough.
as you are, with and you have all these cool weapons. Pretty sure they'll bring back some of the weapons that are in this game and like do this, but this game is set further into the future, so like there probably won't be very much weapons. Let me finish
They get-
before you start talking, please. I didn't interrupt you.
Sorry.
How rude.
I mean,
Um, But yeah, so like it's all set into the future. Like the vehicles look to be like, some of the vehicles look to be the same, but more modified as to be like more futuristic type stuff. It looks futuristic, which may turn down some people, but because a lot of people like past stuff or present stuff, rather than futuristic stuff.
Like some people like the
Shut up.
like the Red Dead olden days stuff, but some people wanted like normal
But
days
this
stuff.
game
but,
doesn't seem
yeah.
to be very far into the future. Like Ghost Recon Wildlands was set in like 2009 or something. But Breakpoint seems to be like
20,
2025
21 maybe.
I don't know. Like, which is a pretty big gap. That's like,
You just said it wasn't a big gap, and then now you're saying it is a big gap. Make up your mind.
I don't know. It's not really that big of a gap, really, is it? It's like what,
I know
16
it's like
years?
what, 16, 17 maybe. I don't know. I can't count. I can't be
16
bothered.
years. I said 2025 from 2009. 16. But yeah. So I have no idea when it's going to be set. I'll find that out later. But yeah, as I said before, futuristic
Can I talk
weapons,
about the-
futuristic cars that still look sort of the same. Well, some of them do, with just
I wanna talk
different
about
mechanics and stuff. Maybe, hopefully, they change like some of the ways the cars handle, because in Wildlands a lot of the cars are flimsy as fuck. They have awful
drive around
suspension.
like freaking
Like you could just be driving straight and turn a corner, and then like you just hit everything in your way.
go right off the road.
You just hit everything. So hopefully they fix, like, they have more traction. And even the off-road vehicles, like, you can flip them over just by hitting nothing. Like, it's bullshit. But
You can hit it
the
like
game
a
is fun.
pebble on
The
the road
game
and
is
you're
fun.
shit.
I'm not dissing Wildlands. Wildlands is hella fun. And I don't know why it's got such shit reviews
On his
on
playing
most people.
on his playing streak of the last week, he's been playing with the guy in the background, Julian. He's been playing with him a bunch, and other.
Say his game attack.
Yeah, fine.
Chrome.
What's his game tag again?
Or Jeff. Say Jeff.
Yeah, he's fine. Jeffrey Bones Static 64. He's been Kane's been playing with him a bunch, and I've only just recently joined last night with them on their tier down levels. And the mechanics in
Basically,
Go
I
ahead.
went from tier 20. Alright, let me rephrase this. On
God.
Monday, a couple of weeks ago, I managed to get myself banned for a week. So I had nothing to do for a good week. So I just decided to go on Ghost Recon Wildlands, and I saw that I was on tier 20. I've been on tier 20 fucking for like a year. So I decided to change that. So I full on grinded for a week just to get to tier 5 to get the LVAC bad
Grinded.
news. That's what they call it. Shut up.
grinded.
But like, just ignore him.
I'm sorry.
But,
I
like,
need to mute myself.
It took me right around a week to do that. It took me 9 days to do it because because I had school in the way as well. So that didn't help, and I didn't activate a tier booster because I realized because I thought I didn't have any until I found out like a couple of days ago.
Tier boosters are basically XP boosters for the tiers tearing
Yes,
down.
noob, everyone knows this.
What if they don't play Wildlands? Alright, time to talk about the features in Breakpoint. So the features in here are, so as Kane mentioned before, the AIs are smarter and stronger as you, maybe even a little bit
Intelligent.
stronger. And
Joke.
yeah, whatever. And
Yeah,
the
who you
main boss, or the main enemy, leads leads an army of these soldiers called the Wolves, and they're like high tech military personnel, and the leader of them.
Ghosts, I'm gonna be so happy.
Yeah. The leader who could have guessed is the guy out of Oracle, Operation Oracle in Wildlands.
Walker.
Walker, yeah. So he he is also a ghost. He used to be partners with Nomad, which is the main character of the Wildlands or the Ghost Recon series.
He's never been a partner of him. He just recently became a ghost.
Yeah.
And decided to side up with him for a couple of missions.
And no one wanted to. No one agreed with the high tech stuff that he was doing, so he went against the Ghost Force. And he's created these.
After that, we couldn't trust Bowman anymore because of
Yeah.
what she did. She got his men killed.
Yeah. So Bowman basically got herself locked up, and so she got a partner or a person she knows in the area to lead the ghosts. That's also really good with a lieutenant that gives them missions to do or operations to do. And so in the first couple scenes of it, you're running because your plane crashed in this area when you were riding with the girl, and she got taken away by the wolves. And so Nomad and his team, Midas, Holt, and Weaver, go trying to lose the wolves and then get back to find her. So during these chase scene, you end up losing your squad members, Holt and Midas. I think they die in a plane crash or when you're getting chased. And then Weaver's with you, and as you see on the front cover, the guy that you're carrying, or Nomad's carrying, is Weaver. So Weaver gets shot, and you have to pick him up and carry him. And then he eventually he says, "Leave me here. I'll cover you while you run." And he said, "No ghost is left behind," and he gets murdered and taken away. And so during this, if you're wondering about the sync shots, there's these drones that you have. You have 3 drones that help you sync shots, and they turn invisible. They're recon drones that go out and help you sync shots. And so in this game, you're all solo, and the wolves have these they would either have patrols at all times crossing around the area.
Can I
or they would have
stop
drones.
you for a second?
Okay.
I'm not saying that Kaylin is wrong, but I find it's too early for this information.
It's what the producers have given out to the community of the Ghost Recon.
I think it's a scam website at this point that your brother followed. I'm just doubting at this point. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that because all 3 of Nomad's team are in the one cover, and yes, Nomad is holding one of them over his back. Yes, I understand that. But, I doubt if all 3 of them are on the cover, why would they die? Why would they die
in the first scenes?
In the first scenes, if they weren't going to be main characters, why are they on the front cover?
No, Nomad was the main character. They were just the characters that help. They were the
They count as
help.
main characters. They count as main characters because
they count as main characters that were supposed to be killed off to introduce new mechanics to the game. Because if you still had them, then what new mechanics could you bring into the game?
Well, then that just changes the whole story, because then you have drones, and then what's the point of having drones? You might as well just go solo for the entire thing.
Yeah, so you are solo, but you have drones to do the sync shots and reconning and scanning information and all that.
That's not gonna be the best.
They're like attack drones for you. They have 50 cal bullets. They have a 50 cal gun on them to do the sync shots.
If they had a 50 caliber gun, if they had a 50 caliber gun, they won't be shooting very fast.
What do you mean they wouldn't be shooting very fast?
Like they won't like they.
Well, they've got some
bullets-
kind of heavy powered gun. I was just guessing that had 50 caliber because of the power that it packed.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just doubting at this point because I find it's too early for this type of information.
Yeah,
Maybe
some people
they're
like you
probably
would,
trying to trick us. That's what I think. They're trying to trick us
you can,
to
you
think
can believe
that they
what
are
you
going
want,
to die.
but
They're probably
you know
trying to
how
trick
some
us to think that they're going to die, but really they're just going to get severely wounded and act and like pretend they're dead, so the enemies
wouldn't
finish
find
them.
Oh,
So
that's
the
actually
enemies
pretty
won't
smart.
finish
I didn't
them
think
off.
of that. Yeah,
And they'll
maybe
just
maybe
take them
in
away
the
and
end,
capture them. And
maybe
Nomad will find Walker and ask him to
kill
help
him and
because
then
he thinks
take him
that
back.
because I think Nomad will go to Walker and ask for help. His whole team has died, and well, he thinks they died, and Walker goes to
Nomad and Bowman
Walker,
and that know that Walker's the bad guy.
Walker goes
Because they
to the he goes to Walker to like see if he's a friendly, and he goes to Walker, and if he is a bad guy, he knocks Nomad out and takes him to camp, right? Takes him to the camp, and you have to escape. But in the process of doing that, you find Midas, Holt, and Weaver in the same cage as you, moving around, like just they've really hurt and wounded, but like they're just still alive, and you try and take them out.
yeah.
You know,
And
like
talking
you knock
about
someone out and getting a weapon. as
talking
well.
about the wounded statuses, like the wounded features in this game. Instead of getting shot a bunch and then going down and then having to get healed like in Wildlands, in this game you have like I think it's like 4 or 5 stages. So the first stage is the perfectly fine running stage, and then after you take a couple of hits, you start like limping a little bit, and you can still shoot the gun with both hands. And then the next one, your legs, like whatever part is damaged, you start moving even more slowly, and you can only fire from the hip. And then there's you fire with the side. I think it's like you're like almost crawling to shoot. Yeah, you're almost crawling to shoot, like and shooting. And then you change to your sidearm and you're down. So you're laying down and you're like trying to protect yourself with your sidearm or something like that. I think those are the stages of the things, but you can also take cover like against a tree, like laying down in most action movies. And you lay back and like heal yourself, so you have like crafting abilities. You have like a crafting thing.
If they add a
like
crafting ability, that's not going to be very fucking fun. Because you got to make sure if you don't have the resources for it, then you're fucked.
Yeah, but you also find like medication around the map and that. So it's not that hard, and all you have to do is go into the jungle and gather a bunch of medication stuff.
If they were going to make that happen, they should like make like a skill thing.
Yeah.
Like a skill
like
tree
a skill,
for
like a tiered leveled
that
medication thing.
Like a medication.
Yeah.
Like adrenaline. Like they'd like, oh, here, you've unlocked adrenaline. Take a hit. Fix you up. Fix yourself up.
Yeah. Like once you get to a certain level, you get like a bunch of stuff. Like for example, you get it like as you said, adrenaline. So you take a bunch of hits, and when you're in the crawling phase, you can hit it again, and then you start you're like more pumped, and you can like get back like 2 more stages back up, and then you go back down to wounded stage. And also when hiding in this game, there's multiple functions that you can do. You can bury yourself in mud to like a certain level. Like, when I say bury, I mean like fully bury, like you have your face like fully covered. Like you have your entire body covered.
You're not burying yourself,
you're
you're camouflaging yourself, really.
And they can't see you unless they're like 2 meters or more or 2 meters or less in
They
front
can't.
of you.
They shouldn't be
They
able
can't
to
see you until you're like
they
really
should-
close up.
Well, if you're camouflaged, and they shouldn't be able to see you at all until they see until
They're, like, right on top
such
of you.
such as if you move.
Yeah.
Like
So
if you
yeah,
move,
that's
then you're in
that's
trouble.
another thing that my brother mentioned to me. When you're in the mud, you can also move to like different locations, and when you're moving, they see the mud move and they get suspicious and fire around you, like because they think, oh crap, there's something there, better shoot it to make sure it's not him or something like that. That'd be a cool mechanic. And also, they have like for the scouts along with the patrols and all that. And the cars, like with the Unidad and Wildlands, they were going around in like these 4x4 gun turret trucks. Hang on. I need to sneeze. Never mind. It's gone. And so there will be these drones with like a thermal vision that can go around. So you cover yourself with like cold mud and water. You can hide in the water and disguise your body heat. And there's also these. So when you're in chase, there's these robots that can put up a roadblock that comes along or drives along like a I don't know, like an off-roader, and blocks the road and like transforms into like a turret and starts shooting at you. And in the trailer or the scenic trailer, you're with a woman. You're with a woman, and that's your teammate for now. And you two like nod at each other, and then jump out of the car, watch it flip, and it hits the guys, and then you start running, and you dive off the cliff into the water, and then it shows the title card, which is pretty cool. You guys should go watch the videos. I'll put the link in my description of this podcast.
Yeah, but
afterwards.
these are just our like things about it. As I said before, I am very reluctant of what Kalen said before when he
like,
first mentioned
he
it.
doesn't want them to be dead.
Like he does, like he thinks they're dead. Like maybe he thinks they're dead, but they're not.
Yeah, but that's just
because
a theory.
I know it's just
You guys
a theory.
you guys can go read up on this yourselves.
But again, they won't put
Comment your
they won't
opinions.
put characters on the front cover of the game if they're not going to stay in the game for the entire length.
Yeah, but with
Or
Weaver on his
most of the
with
length.
with Weaver, Holt, or Midas, or whoever's on his back, going like that's probably like an idea of like maybe it's either the
Maybe
wounded
you can-
mechanics or that they actually will like get injured
I
or
think
something.
I think if they are on the ground and they're in the open, I think you can carry them to like a
Yeah,
safer
that might be a
location,
thing.
like a safer location, and then heal them when they're in cover. So you're not spread out in the open. And like if you're healing and you get shot, it usually stops you from healing them, right?
Yeah.
Because the bullet stuns you and it stops what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I think you're able to pick your teammate up and put them behind something, and then heal them there.
And then come back to them and heal
and then
them.
heal them, right?
Yeah.
But they can die. They can die, but they respawn after a certain amount of time.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll put the respawn physics in there.
They might not put the respawn
Because-
physics on there, but I don't think they're gonna die because they're on the front cover. I think since Nomad is holding one of his teammates on his back, he's probably trying to take him somewhere safe.
Or it's Nomad on someone's back. Because he got
Doubt
injured.
it's Nomad
Or does
because the person carrying someone else is wearing red, and Nomad's original outfit is
and he
red
has a blue cap as well.
and a blue cap.
And a Viking on it. in this, it would be cool. Like, this is just our opinions. On any opinions that you have on this game, you can leave it down in the comments on both of our streams, both of our podcasts, I should say. And you can say what you want like what you think and what you think would happen.
I'm
And again,
sticking.
you guys can research.
I'm sticking
and,
with my
like,
theory. I'm sticking to my last theory with the front cover thing. When he's
And
holding someone,
you might be correct too.
he's holding someone, right? And
I know there was like a, I
new
know there was a
that you
mechanic.
can carry people.
Yeah, there was a mechanic in the game where you could carry the bodies so they wouldn't get found, and you could like bury them or whatever in the dirt.
And then come back for them later.
another yeah, in the mechanic, like with the mechanics, another cool thing in the trailer, the gameplay trailer, so Nomad is trying to infiltrate this base with his squad, his like Midas and this girl and I'm not sure if Holt and Midas are there.
Holt just wants to go out with 22-year-olds.
Yeah. So there's this girl. I know this girl is partnering, but it might be with like another dev or something. And a cool thing, instead of, you know how in Wildlands you couldn't jump the wired fences or the wired fences, right?
Maybe you can.
In this game,
like
you can cut through the wired fences instead of having to blow them up or finding another way around, which is really annoying in Ghost Recon Wildlands.
That would be a pretty cool feature. Like if you could like
Yeah.
you won't have them straight away. It's like a skill you could unlock, so like it makes a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
Like it's like a skill you unlock at like level 17 maybe, and you just like
And then
cut them, and the more you level them up, the stronger it becomes. So like maybe level 1 it takes like maybe 5 cuts to cut through completely.
Yeah.
But in
So it's like a progress
when it's
thing.
like maxed out, it takes like 1 or 2.
And another thing, like with the commands, like another cool thing, I'm not sure if they've added this, but another cool thing, like in Wildlands, you can command them like go there, stay here, be quiet. We've got to do this stealthily, attack now, stop attacking. With all that, a cool thing would be is like sit here and cover me while I cut through the fence. Like you could have one guy up on the mountain, and then 2 guys down like near you, like covering you while you cut through.
Because you got that go there feature, they all go there.
Yeah.
Maybe you can like tell Midas to go there, tell Weaver to go in
Yeah.
a different location, tell Holt to go inside.
And
Holt somewhere else.
Like put Weaver up on the mountain, Holt and Midas come in with you. You put Holt in the sniper tower, like a sniper tower, and Weaver comes with you, or Midas comes with you. Sorry.
Yeah, and like you tell, and then you can regroup them all, so everyone comes with you, or you can just say, "Hey Weaver, get over here." Regroup.
And a cool thing is,
pretty cool
like
feature.
with the
Hopefully they do that.
Yeah, with the characters again, they like spotted out people. And another cool thing is instead like making them go up in the sniper tower and not doing anything and having to use your drone to spot people, you could probably tell them like keep an eye out for hostiles or something like that, and then they'll start spotting enemies.
Well, they do spot enemies. They do spot enemies in this one, just very slowly.
Yeah, just one by one.
Or
Whereas
2.
they say, hey, there's a cartel member over there by the oil drums. Hey, there's one over there by the car. Hey, there's one up in the sniper tower.
Got a pair of ones here.
I got 2.
By his lonesome.
I got 2 Unidad with LMGs over here. Found the captain.
Yeah.
Like that.
So it would be pretty cool if they could actually be more efficient with spotting them. And like if they spot them, and they say I've got a Sicario all by his lonesome over here. Maybe since he's all by himself, maybe they can take him out if
it's like, do you want to pick him off? He's all by
you,
himself. It's like, okay, go for it.
Yeah, if you want, if they go, do you want me to take him? And it's like you can order that person to take him out if they're all by.
It's like take him quietly and hide his body, or take him just attack.
Like
go guns and blazing. Like there could be a feature called Guns and Blazing, and they just go all out like explosives and LMGs and go firing.
Maybe just, I think they'll just be like, or they'll get them lined up for the shot, and then just like, do you want me to silently take this guy out? And they go, oh yeah, sure mate, do it. But yeah, I'm sticking with the feature. I'm sticking with the theory that I had, the last one, You can like move your team members
Yeah.
to a safer location.
You wonder if Julian's still here, like he's listening, or...
I heard him put his mic in, but that's about it.
Hello? Let's see if we can get him to say goodbye. Hello?
I don't know. Maybe he's gonna do something.
Julian! Nah, he's not here. Alright, that's gonna be the end of our podcast.
Is
Unless you want to say something else.
No, I'm alright. I'm not fussed.
These are just some of the upcoming games that we were interested in. So far there's Breakpoint, which we talk like half an hour about. We had Control, which is a telekinesis.
Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Yeah, and we also had Ancestors, the Humankind Odyssey. So you guys can go check out those trailers if you guys are interested, and you can also research and contact us in the comments below if you want to inform us, prove us wrong.
Yeah.
And
Or like say agree if you agree with like one of our theories, like agree with theory 1, agree with theory 2, agree with theory 3. Leave a comment.
Theory 1 is
like
they
leave
all
a
die
comment,
and you get drones.
No, leave a comment to say whose theory you're talking about. So
Do you
like
think
theory
is
1,
correct?
Lightning Lord. Theory 2, Immortal
Canes.
Soup. Or theory 3, Immortal
Theory
Soup.
3 is your own opinion.
Well, theory 3 is mine. Theory 4, like you can have your own theories, and you can let us know if you want to.
Like
But anyway,
I'm adding on to blah blah blah's name, and he said blah blah blah, and it would also be cool if they did blah blah blah. And there's also a mechanic that I found where they do whatever and this happens.
whatever and such.
And if you guys already found some Easter eggs, which I don't know how, if you guys found Easter eggs before we get the game and show it off to you guys, then
share.
go
So
straight
you know.
ahead.
Make sure
Yeah,
if you share.
so we can go through
so
it
we
in our
can-
playthroughs.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun when it comes
Hopefully
out.
we can get these games and show them off.
Hopefully it's gonna be fun. The one game I want in this the one game I want in this entire list is Breakpoint the most. I want Breakpoint
I'm
the
looking
most.
forward to Control, Ancestors, and Breakpoint. I'm not too interested in Wolfenstein because I haven't played this series.
But the most I'm interested is Breakpoint because I really love Wildlands. So I'm really interested in Breakpoint and what it has to offer for us. But yeah.
Yeah.
And I also want Days
Hopefully
Gone.
you guys
Like
enjoy it.
I know it's already out, but I wanted to pre-order it, but I never got the chance to do it because I didn't have money for it. But I'll get it eventually. Maybe after I pre-order. If I do get the chance to pre-order Breakpoint, I will pre-order it. I'll pre-order Breakpoint, and then I'll think about getting.
We can get any game.
Days
We
Gone.
can get any games in these. We can get any games that you want us to get as soon as we have the money. Mine's coming around in September, so I could probably get both the games. But I'm only going to get the betas, not the alphas, because the alphas will like be all glitchy in that. I want like the betas, or maybe I'll get the alpha and it can upgrade itself to the beta.
Yeah, I might pre-order Breakpoint, and then if I have the money, that's only if I have the money, and then I'll think about getting Days Gone after I get Breakpoint. Because I'm gonna get Breakpoint first because I like Tom Clancy's games. I've played them ever since I was a kid, so
yeah,
it's kind of inside me.
I like Bungie's games.
Tom Clancy's games are kind of inside me.
Yeah.
Because I played them ever since I was a kid. And then I'll get Days Gone. And then Wolfenstein maybe. But
so this
make sure you guys like and
podcast.
subscribe, share with your friends and family, and I'll see you guys
I'll have Kane's channel down in the
next one.
and he'll have Breakpoint and Wolfenstein.
Um,
So I'll leave a link to
and
his
just
channel.
one more thing. I might be doing a Ghost Recon stream sometime. Don't know when.
Another
But
stealthy stream.
sometime.
For the people who have been here since the start of our channels, you'll remember the stealthy stream, hopefully. That stealthy stream was amazing. We executed everything perfectly.
Well, most things. Sometimes
Most
you
things.
fucked
Sometimes
up.
sometimes I didn't get it quite right.
Sometimes you went straight into the line of enemy sights. Like, I mean, straight in front of them.
Sometimes they just turned around the
But
corner at the wrong time.
I don't even know how you fucked up, because the blips were on the freaking thing. Like, I'm sure you should have been more careful. Unless
Yeah,
you
but
had no
sometimes there
HUD.
would have been a jammer. Sometimes there would have been a jammer.
Yeah, but there's blips on the map. You should have seen them.
Yeah, I could see the lights, but sometimes they don't pop up. Because they're being stupid.
Don't be a doof.
Yeah, so this comes to the end of our
Yeah,
podcast. Hope you guys
Yep.
enjoyed.
Okay. I said what I wanted to say, and I said like and subscribe, share with your friends and family. Peace out, mother. No. Peace out.